Indie 5 hip hop.
And the hip hop community just took me in like, Queen, you the motherfucker. And I appreciate it. My first affiliation was with Ivy League and Deep Thinking on them cats around Royal. They was like, Queen, you the shit. And I felt that shit. And I gotta thank you. Hello. Right there, Chevy Blue, and she in a dress. Yo, you better look at my ass. If you think my ass is sitting right in this skirt, take a look at Chevy's. I mean, damn, this is evidence, ain't it? Oh my gosh. Okay. I wrote this poem today. It's like one of them reflection type pieces I'm gonna spit it for you. It took its time. The ability to look at oneself and be okay. To smile at one's reflection. To see the negative and realize it too will change with growth. It took its time. It took its time to not look outside of myself, to not try to search for something that was already there, to recognize my reflection for what it is. It took its time. It took its time for me to not extend myself to those in loneliness to feel physical emptiness, but to search into my very own strength and be comfortable with keeping my own company, never to settle for anything below my worth. It took its time to see my blemishes and realize I'm not necessarily scarred. It took its time for me to love my body and know that I will never be a carbon copy of what God did not destine for me to be. It took its time for me to acknowledge my baggage, to sift through belongings I needed, wanted, or just was too afraid to part with. It took its time for me to confront my issues and deal with them head on as they come. It took its time for me to not be afraid of my faults and to not be intimidated by my blessings, to own my creativity, to handle my responsibilities, to cherish my immediate and extended families. It took its time for me to actually enjoy being me. It took its time for me to actually love me. That's the most sincerest thing I've written in a while. I want to thank everybody for their support. It took its time for me to love myself, and I'm drunk and I'm getting emotional, but I love y'all. It's all about me. And I said, around Queen. And that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Nervism right here. Check that shit out. Let's go. Look at that shit. Damn. It is hot. I'm not gonna tell you about the braces I done told so many people, right? Okay, that's it for me. Shit.